I guess it's officially been long enough since the struggles of trying to get a diamond antelope jackrabbit out here on Rancho, because ultimately my goal was and has always been to get 2 of them for the multi-mount that came with the map, and today we're finally gonna go back out here and see if we can manage another one. And in general, there's a lot of stuff that we still kind of would like to add to the trophy lodge from Rancho. A rare pheasant is another one I really want to get, or a rare rooster pheasant specifically, and some of the other rares and stuff that we haven't been fortunate enough to stumble into. So we're out here in multiplayer, and we'll see if we can maybe make any of those additions today. I would have to think by now that we've probably missed out on an opportunity for a rare pheasant. Just kind of the numbers would kind of add up to be the case where at some point we've like run past one in the brush or whatever, and I've tried to, like, every time we get a warning call from a pheasant, I've tried to run in that direction, at least get a track to ensure that it's not a rare, or kind of do what we did in that case and go ahead and take it out with the shotgun. That's one of my favorite parts actually about hunting Rancho, is the abundance of opportunities for small games. So that's probably going to be a big part of what we're doing today, kind of like shooting rabbits and pheasants that give us the opportunity. And I mean, if things kind of continue like this, maybe we'll have decent odds. There's another rooster pheasant. It's just flying right over us, though. I think we hit it the first time. I'm not going to shoot again just in case that second shot maybe got like 1 pellet into it. I'm going to say it probably didn't, because it shouldn't have gone that far, but we did bring that one down. That looks to be a molting and a 16.4 gold, so 2 decent pheasants right away. Just hopefully need a little less common looking one. Well, technically, for the first time this hunt, we at least have a chance here, but it is a level 2 antelope jackrabbit, and despite the max estimates, most of the time they are just like this. A gold right around 6 score, this guy being a 5.9, but it's one of the most difficult aspects of Call of the Wild in its current state. Trying to track animals, especially small animals, like especially antelope jackrabbits, where they have like, it's pretty much just the droppings to kind of go off. Without the particle effect, you just kind of have the glow. It can be really tough to locate tracks in brush, and actually, that was not even the rabbit that I kind of came in here for. There was a dark brown fur type one, also a max estimate, but I don't have the slightest clue where those tracks got to, so the hope is maybe we stumble into it as we're just kind of running along, or stumble into another one. Most max estimate rabbits are level 2s just like the last one, but you never want to lose out on a potential level 3 without ever even knowing if it was one, and quite honestly, the odds aren't looking good, but we'll kind of continue going through brush and keep on hoping. In the meantime, that's a big mule deer buck running past us. It took a little bit of effort, but we finally got to a decent vantage point, and I mean, we know he is just a level 4, but it's a good sized buck, and actually it's an opportunity to introduce the 6.5 today as our kind of medium game gun, so he is kind of stopping. Okay, that was not the angle we wanted. I'm not sure if that follow-up was good enough. That may have been if it wasn't. The fact that he kind of got onto a rock certainly helps us out there. So honestly, lucky we even managed to bring him down. First shot was, I mean, kind of okay, just too far forward. And then the second shot when he was stuck on the rock barely got into a lung as well, but I kind of figured he would kind of managed to get unstuck more quickly than he did. In the end, it worked out, but yeah, maybe next time we'll take our time on shots like that a little bit more. We're definitely not going to pass up any opportunities at the level 2 antelope jackrabbit with the estimate up to 6, because you never know which one is going to be that one, although it certainly helps to hit the shot. It also is definitely a factor for me, like looking for the different fur types. The diamond antelope jackrabbit we got, as this turkey is just going to ask to be shot at. I guess we hit him with the 20 gauge, but we have a mottled fur type antelope jackrabbit, so especially those level 2s that are a gray, a common, a dark brown, like any of those, I definitely want to get them, and like just in case we can have a multi-mount with whether it's a diamond level 2 or a diamond level 3, multiple different fur types. And by the way, if we were to go about this and end up getting a rare, that's definitely one I would love to have in the multi-mount. We still have the albino female we shot probably a couple of months ago in one of those platforms, and I'd love to get a rare male. but it's just so tough. They really do seem like one of the rarest animals you can come across. But with what looks like a common fur type for our second opportunity at a big level 2, a 5.6, so about as small as they get actually. But this is one of my favorites. I didn't like it at first, but especially like in combination with that modeled fur type, I think it would look pretty good and not too bad there with a kind of rushed follow-up to get a lung shot. I mean, we're going to continue doing this and keep on taking those shots. Eventually, either one of those twos are going to make it or a level 3 will pop up. And actually right now we are in the very spot where we shot the diamond with the bow. And I should mention as well, we switched servers to a kind of evening one, which is about, in my opinion, as good a time as you can get to hunt the rabbits. It's 17:41 now. They seem to be just kind of like out and about feeding more at this time. And also, I would say that kind of switching servers gives us an opportunity to kind of go through those same areas and look for pheasants and stuff again. Well, go figure. That's not exactly the species we came out here for, but a legendary bobcat, I want to say, if I'm looking at that correctly, a tan fur type? Which if that is the case, that is not one we actually have, but naturally he is trying to kind of scoot away. Now, I actually just went nervous, so we may have an opportunity for a shot. I was getting ready to say that we've had issues tracking bobcats in the past. I think what we're going to do is fire a 22 round in the air. That should alert him. And if we can even get eyes on him, that is going to drop him there with the 243. I can't believe that was just down here like, what is it, 1844, almost dark, looking for some pheasants around here. And this is probably his feed zone right here by the water. That's crazy. I've never had like any bobcats in the evening really. We can confirm that it's a tan fur type and a 28.1 diamond. It was lung, liver, stomach there with the 243. The only kind of potential issue with that shot, and the reason that I didn't go for like a hard shot, was he was kind of facing us. I guess the angle looked a little more like that, and there was the potential of hitting him in the skull, so we kept it back, got the back of the lung, and then of course the liver and the stomach there to help drop him. But a 28.1, not bad. Diamond is 27.6, so pretty decent size. We'll tax that, and I'm kind of considering, although I really like the red fur type for bobcats, we may actually replace that in the lodge. There's the, well, the sound that we were looking for. I'm not sure why it showed us a female jackrabbit warning thump, but that's what we came down here looking for, was pheasants. I think I might have just seen, actually it's not a bad one, 17 to 20, so we may go and get him, but I don't know, the tan fur type for bobcats just looks good to me. It works out really well in my opinion for like, more of like a desert bobcat, I guess, that they would be that kind of coloration. It would just kind of allow them to blend in better. Wasn't ready for that guy to flush, but we should be able to drop him out of the air. See, there was another pheasant that just made a sound. It sounded more like a hen to me. By the way, that one was a gray. Missed him the first time, but a 17.3 gold. And go figure, we've managed a common, a gray, and a molting. All of the kind of common or uncommon fur types, but no rares to speak of today. There is a tiny level 1 there as well. We may go and drop him, and then, quite honestly, at that point, it's going to be dark in this server, and we may go back and take a look at our bobcat. I mean, like I said, not what we came out here for at all, but something we actually haven't had off a Rancho yet. So if we can coax this guy out of there, by the way, a bobcat warning call, but odds are I would say that it is not going to be as good as the last one. We can go ahead and drop our little tiny rooster pheasant, which of course is going to be a silver and a 12.5 trophy rating, so fitting way to wrap up. And unless, because I can see something there, unless that would be anything interesting, I do want to get a better look, because to me, my initial reaction was that coyote looked a little bit light in color, but I must have just seen kind of the underside, because he is a common. So yeah. Just being a level 6, I don't think that is worth chasing. Let's go back and take a look at our new bobcat. I actually didn't even think about it. I guess the scores here are kind of relevant. And we have a little bit of an improvement. Our red fur type, which I want to say was actually shot live on stream, was a 28 trophy rating. We go ahead and take that down. 28.16 is our new one. I do really like that tan. I just think it looks, like I said, like the kind of coloration I would expect of like a desert bobcat. And I don't even know what pose we had that other one in. I kind of like that, headed towards the door. Pretty cool way to walk in and just see that guy right there, but that is one, I really like it, but that is one that kind of is potential for adding some kind of new multi-mount in the future, because I believe it is right through this door. We do have another Bobcat, and it was nearly max score. He's 28.9 and a brown fur type, so should another multi-mount come out someday, maybe we can replace that, but I do like it kind of by itself. It's a cool thing to, I think, have multiples of any species in the lodge, especially when there are different fur types to go along with it. But nice addition to this room. I still want to get another diamond moose up there. Maybe that will be a sometime in the near future kind of hunt we can go on. But yeah, nice to make a trophy lodge addition, not the one we came here for. It's always good to make little upgrades to our lodge, especially the older it gets and the more difficult it gets to make those upgrades. But anyway, that is going to do it for this video. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.